Well, Paul, it's a bit of deja vu, I suppose, from Saturday. Wouldn't have thought that was going to happen in the second half, especially after the first half. Bizarre goal to start off with, and then capitulation, really, in that second half.
I think certain incidents in games change the dynamics of games. We came in at half-time. I thought we played well. I thought we were still lacking in the final third. I don't think we tested their goalkeeper enough. Once again, the ball bounced in their box. I think we had at least probably 15 entries into their box from restarts. They have a free kick. For some reason, when we're not organised in the way we should have been, and I mean, people say it'd be a bit of a freak goal, Paul, but you shouldn't get done by those goals, and that changed the dynamics of the game. All of a sudden, they have the impetus. Second half, they had the wins at the back, and overall, they didn't have as many entries as probably we did, but they were clinical, and that's the. It's tough at the minute. I'll be honest with you. It's in terms of what needs doing. I know what needs doing. It's just doing it, and that's going to take a little bit of a period of time. Like I say, I thought we bossed the first half in terms of territorial, in terms of play. I thought we played some good stuff, but you've got to score goals when you get the opportunity, and that's what teams have done against us. And putting that little bit of steel into our game that. I can remember talking after about the first 6 or 7 games, and we spoke about it. I think there was only Brackley with a better defensive record than us. Now we've become very, very easy to play against. And do
you think that people have worked us out a bit?
I think people are doing what we did against us, and what we did against them, very, very well. I don't think Hereford played much football tonight. I think Hereford came with a plan. And especially in the second half with the wind at the backs, did it better than we did. What we've got to do, and we spoke about it a number of times lately, is that when you get where we are as a football club is totally ahead of where we should be, and I think that's at that's altered one or two mindsets, and I think. We've just had a word with the boys in there, is that what made us effective and put that winning formula together early on in the season wasn't rocket science. We looked at these today. The boy who played down the middle he was with us pre-season, Janai Gordon. He worked immensely hard, and I thought he was a catalyst for them playing well. Chase lost causes, first line of defence, absolutely worked his socks off. And we need to get back to that unselfishness, team ethic that we had, shall we say, prior to the FA Cup game.
The thing is, Paul, we had that great result against York where the problems seemed to be sort of worked out, and then obviously against Gloucester, and then tonight it's like one step forward, 2 step backs at the moment.
No, I'd say my view on us is that. Even building into Saturday's game, is that it's not having a realism of what team's going to turn up. We can, we had Lammy out tonight, we had Harrison, with obviously Connor Johnson missing, and they're 3 big players. But the team out there tonight showed in the first half that it was more than capable of getting a result here. My thing is now is to assess. Well, I have assessed and make decisions that probably some people aren't going to like, but I've got to make them. I think we've got a core unit that I think's really good, and I want to take forward with me. There might be some surprises, about ins and outs, but we've got to now re-energise this group.
We started with the first in, haven't you, with George Cooper, who was on the sidelines today. It would be nice to give him 10 minutes, but I suppose it was damage limitation talks at the end. But that's the start, isn't it, of bringing the changes in?
Yeah, look, it's not, massive dynamics and, loads are going to go, loads are coming in. What it is that we need to re-establish who we are, what we do, and what is effective for us. And look, we've talked about it time and time and time again. The ball goes into the opposition's box. Once again, in terms of restarts, we must be one of the top teams in the league of restarts and the quality of the ball that goes in there.
It's that Midas touch, though, isn't it? At the end of it, we need
enough goals from them. It's as simple as that. Now, we can work on. We've spoke about every kind of scenario. We spoke about coming here and keeping a clean sheet tonight. But it's that soft underbelly. We spoke about this before. That was shown tonight. And look, it's tough when things were going a little bit, well early in the season. Everyone loves the plaudits. Where I judge people now is when things aren't going so well. I'm not saying it's panic, panic stations, but there's an undercurrent that I'm not happy with at the minute, and I've got to be patient because I know how to fix it. It's just getting the right ingredients to fix it. If we do that, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. And we'll have what I would call for us a successful season. But look, we're Jekyll and Hyde at the minute. We spoke about it on Saturday. We're Jekyll and Hyde tonight. I thought we played well in the first half. I really did. And we asked a lot of questions. But if you don't psychologically put one on the nose of the opposition, i.e. score goals, and you give away soft goals, ultimately get punished. It's a tough league. The build-up in the second half, Hereford started the game with a ball from their dugout that was deflated. So they kick it out, we throw it back to them, and for the next 15 minutes they camp in our half. This is just, we're talking about, like, we need to start and get a little bit tougher, Paul. That ball should have been given to someone and put out for a goal kick. It went to them, played in our half. I think it was the build-up to the second goal, if I'm going to be totally honest. 2-0 down, you're chasing the game once again. And look, I look at the walls and the wall for the first goal. The first man really should be blocking the near post. We're talking about basics now. That it's not as if we don't go through these sort of things and tell them it's a desire and application to carry out your job to the best of your ability. So, look, it's bad at the minute. I'm hurting at the minute. It's because it's one of these scenarios where sometimes the harder you try, the kind of worse it gets. But I've been through it before. I'll go through it again in the future. We know what we're looking for. We know what we want to do. And the sooner we do, the better. The sooner we'll get into, once again, that consistency of performance, which will then again bring consistency of results. It epitomises today, where I thought we were the better team in the first half, albeit we went 1-0 down from a fluky goal. But we're the better team. Second half, you'd have thought there was 11 different lads come out. Now, okay, state of mind again. State of mind, concentrated, get through that first 15-minute period. You'd like to think we'd have created some chances, but we've got to be ruthless, more ruthless.
Boston on Saturday. Let's hope it's not Pilgrim's Progress. I thought I'd better get that one in. It's going to be another tough game, isn't it? As well as they all are, as you keep saying in this league. But it puts a little bit more pressure on Kettering to perform in front of their own fans.
Yeah, look, it's a tough league. It's a tough league. We looked at this run of games. I think it was 7 out of the 9 away from home. Tough places to come. Tuesday night, Hereford. I want us back to the standards we set. Before the FA Cup. What's disappointing, Paul, is a decent crowd here tonight, and I think we've disappointed them, the crowd, because we were starting to get a bit of a reputation of putting people's noses out of joint. People know about where we are in terms of our plan and stuff like that. But earlier in the season, we were coming to places like this. We've gone to York and places like and we've We've not just won the game, we've deserved to win games. We've got to get rid of this Jekyll and Hyde scenario with ourselves. Hopefully it'll help with. We'll hopefully get a bit of consistency back with a number of players coming back. I've got to make some tough decisions. I wanted to make some tonight, but to be honest, hands were a little bit tired because we've had three quite important players missing from the 11 tonight. But we'll build it on Saturday. Try and put it right. That's all we can do. All the games are big. All the games come with pressure. I want to see some of the boys turn into men now. And what I mean by that, you haven't got to go around and get them booked. Sometimes you've got to be brave out there, and you've got to run, and you've got to work harder than the opposition. And sometimes we've got to be ruthless. And I mean ruthless. First goal changed the game, changed the context of the game, I think. And that was just basic, being ruthless. And somebody's, defending our goal better. The throw out, and it's not Sharpie's fault. He said the referee told him to do that. But I've just said, look, don't listen to referees. Let's do something and let the referee react to it. That's what we've got to do. We've got to be ruthless all over the pitch. Get back to that ruthlessness, that desire, that hunger that we showed early on when I think the bookies had us down for relegation certs. Sometimes, we get a little bit of good press and stuff like that, and people forget just what made us an effective unit in those early days. So, like I say, it's tough at the minute. Because I hate coming to you, Paul, and talking about the same things. So that's not good. That's not good. So I've got to change. I've got to change something. And to stop this happening again, I've got to change it really, really quick. So let's see what happens in the next couple of days. See what we can do. I've worked hard during the weekend. We've had a lot of yeses, quite a few nos. We'll see. But we need to toughen up.
Okay, Paul, thank you. We'll be at Boston, obviously. Let's hope our fortunes change and we can get back on that winning trail.
Thank you.